Hi everyone. Today I have come to introduce a book to you, a book that I bought at the Doggies bookshop in Goa, which is one of my all-time favorite bookshops. So this book is called The Evin Prison Bakers Club, written by Sepideh Gholian. And it says it is surviving Iran's most notorious prison in 16 recipes. This is not a feel good book. This is not one of those books which you feel is all about lightness and people coming together in prison and being all cozy. No, this is a very, very hard hitting account of Sepideh's days in prison. Now, Sepideh, the author, was a 24-year-old student in 2019 when she was imprisoned for the first time for taking part in a protest. And she was later released and imprisoned again. So currently, she's in prison, and the manuscript for this book was smuggled out in bits and pieces and taken to the publisher. And the people at the publishers had to piece it together. The recipes, the descriptions that she's given, there are poems, and all this had to be pieced together and brought out as this book. The publisher is Iran Wire, which is led by a Iranian Canadian journalist and documentary filmmaker. And he is the one responsible for bringing this out into the world. It was, like I said, originally published in Persian and later translated into English. So Sepideh talks about her time in prison, and she also details 16 recipes in the names of 16 women inmates. And each of these recipes has something of those women in them. It is quite disturbing to read this. I've started reading it and it's not an easy read, but I think it is very important for us to know what is happening in different parts of the world and how people are stepping up and how women are stepping up and getting the courage to speak up. We need to know that this is happening and gives us immense courage to fight our own little battles. I'll just read out a couple of small not even paragraphs, sentences from here and there, which will show you what I am talking about. So these recipes, like I said, is dedicated to different women. There is Dutch cheesecake for Mariam Haji Husseini. And Mariam is a distinguished Iranian scientist and inventor. She was arrested on espionage charges in 2019 and held in solitary confinement for a total of 412 days before being sentenced to 10 years in prison. There's a short introduction to the recipe in which Sepideh says that about this cheesecake. Sepideh says about Mariam, she gets up early every morning without fail to study and learn before setting aside a little time for her peerless cooking. Her daily schedule over 10 years in prison is as follows: 21 and a half hours of reading books, 1 hour of sleep, 55 minutes of asking to be executed, half an hour of calisthenics, and 5 minutes of cooking and baking. So that is Mariam Haji Husseini. There is a recipe for Nargis Mahmoudi, and Nargis is the Nobel Peace Prize winner for 2023, but she could not collect the Peace Prize since she was imprisoned, and she's still in prison. These are the kind of women we get to meet through these recipes, through these 16 recipes that Sepideh has put down in this book. There's one which I want to share with you, which is called Madeleines for Marzia Amiri. And it says in the introduction, it says, Marzia loves rap. And just like the lyrics, this baking is fast. It's easy and lasts a long time. And it's risk-free, like a friendship with Marzia. It fits into your pocket, though Marzia doesn't. Bake it the night before, stick it in your pocket, stride down the pavement. Let your hijab hang lopsided so you'll feel some wind in your hair. And take a bite out of the Madeleine with the rap playing for you. Carry out a tiny act of feminism in the name of Marzia Amiri. So get this book, The Evin Prison Bakers Club, written by Sepideh Gholian, which is about the most notorious prison in Iran, women in the most notorious prison in Iran, and 16 recipes dedicated to these brave women. I think this should be essential reading for everyone because it is about human dignity and the right for every single individual to live as human beings in every part of the world. Till we meet again for the next video, you guys stay safe, take care, keep reading. Bye bye.